Roses are red, J.K. Rowling's a TERF. Your gender is irrelevant to your sex assigned at birth.
Right, I'm ready to help. Oh no, I'm not. I'm part of the problem too.
Aw, my caterpillar never turned into a butterfly.
That's a cheater.
Oh.
Hi. If you just found this attractive and stayed because of this, I want you to know, you find trans people attractive. Woo! Ta, ta, ta.
What up, Mr. Beast? Pride Month's coming up. For a video idea, you could pay for trans people's top and bottom surgery. That'd be pretty lit.
Welcome to France. Name, please. Michael Bubble. Monsieur Bublé. Yeah, fucking like that shit.
How did you run out of fuel that quickly?
I emptied it out.
Emptied it? Why?
To make room for the tuna.
As a Jew who happens to be trans feminine, nothing quite hits that gender euphoria spot like the fact that on Friday afternoons, Orthodox Jewish men don't ask me if I'm Jewish.
One of the things that gives me dysphoria is when I look back at my old videos and I look flat, and I am flat, just not that flat. I just film my videos in the corner of the room where the poor lighting flattens everything out. But if I take a step back into the light where you can see what's going on, then I get shoulder dysphoria. There's no winning.
If you're my friend, and then you meet one of my friends that is starting transitioning, do not tell me that they need a tip. Like, they just started, okay? Relax.
Everyone, welcome back to Daily Dose. So I just went through another bottle of estradiol. They look like these. So now I've decided I kind of want to figure out some crafts which I can do with my empty estradiol and spironolactone bottles. It looks like this while covering sensitive information. And yeah, let me know if you have any good ideas. Also, my pills look different now. I changed pharmacies and now I have this little green pill right here instead of the little white pill which I had before. So let's switch it up for dose number 90.
If you won't date a trans girl because of her genitals, that's okay. You're allowed to have genital preference. It's something that you're entitled to. However, if you won't date a trans girl because that would be gay, that's insinuating that you still think that she is a man. People are not getting mad at you about this because they're entitled and want to force you to date trans people. They're getting mad at you because you're being transphobic. You're saying that trans people are not who they say they are and completely invalidating their entire identity. You are not, no one is trying to force you to date somebody. Nobody is trying to do any of that. They just want you to have the correct reasoning behind why you wouldn't date a trans girl. It's perfectly acceptable to not want to date someone with a penis, but it's not acceptable to invalidate their identity.
So I'm trying to look into schools moving to a new area with a transgender child. And the first school calls me back. And it's a school counselor that calls me. And I said, hey, I'm thinking about moving to your area and I have a transgender son. I just want to know if you guys are affirming and if it's a safe environment for him to be in. And this man answers back to me, well, we abide by all the laws. What else did you need to know? I said, well, the way you just answered that tells me all I need to know. You got to check out the areas that your kids are in to make sure that they're safe. Because just as there's horrible people in this world, sometimes they're sitting in positions in which they're responsible for your child's safety.
Mom, I'm trans. What? Get out. Mom. No, I can't. I said, Mom, I'm sorry. We're getting in that fucking car and putting you in a damn dress. Wait, Mom, what? You're telling me I had a daughter all this time and you didn't tell me? You know how many times I've been alone in the mall looking at makeup and bras and I didn't have a daughter to share this moment with and you took it away from me? Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't. No, we're getting that damn dress and we're spending mother and daughter time right now. I love you, Mom. I love you too. What name do you go by now? I go by Amanda. Nice to meet you, Amanda.
It took me a couple of days to decide whether to just laugh this one off or go full on snark. Guess which one I chose. Why do you have to be blonde or brunette? Why do you have to be right or left-handed? I'm transgender. I'm fine with that. That's who I am. That's what I am. And as to being an effeminate gay man, I've always been, like, in high school, the person in my class with the most varsity letters, co-captain of the cross-country team, all-league wrestler, school record in the 2-mile run. I went on to play ice hockey. Is that effeminate enough for you? I'm trans. People are. Get used to it, because we're not going anywhere. We're actually happy, productive members of society. And I'm sorry you don't like that, but we do.
Commonly asked trans questions, part 11. I can't even put that many fingers up. Hey, Chloe, I've been thinking about taking the leap and starting to transition, but I'm scared because my voice is already so deep. Is there any tips for that? Well, sadly, it is a common misconception that hormone therapy will change your voice. It will change your voice as a female to male because testosterone thickens your vocal cords. But as a male to female, estradiol cannot unthicken your vocal cords. So estrogen doesn't really do anything to change your voice. Right. So I'm just gonna have like a deep voice forever? Actually, no. Because there are thousands of videos on voice training out there. It's kind of like what singers use to get their voice higher. And then after you practice it for a while, it just kind of comes naturally.
So I get a lot of questions asking if I did any vocal training as a part of my transition, and the answer is yes. And I'm going to show you the techniques that I did today as a way of potentially helping you get started on vocal training as well. To prove that it has changed my voice significantly, I will reward you with a video, the only surviving audio, of me speaking pre-transition. It is kind of disgusting and kind of awful, so apologies in advance, but hopefully that's a nice little reward for you at the end. So before we start, just a quick note, what we're gonna be doing is raising our register. Our register is our natural speaking voice. You can just go up in pitch, but if you don't change your register, it's not enough. So for example, I could raise my pitch to be talking up high like this, but it sounds super strained and unnatural, and I'm gonna naturally default back to here. So increasing our register is what we wanna do. To do this, we're going to strengthen our larynx, one of the primary muscles in, I believe, your hard palate. It could be your soft palate, I don't know. And that's gonna allow us to increase our range, therefore moving our register up without straining. To begin with, find your Adam's apple. Everyone has one. It's a little bit less pronounced in some people, which is why some people believe that cis women don't have them, but we all have Adam's apples. There's two major divots in the bones. The first one's at the top right here, and the second one's at the bottom. For our purposes, we want to locate this bottom one. Then place your finger underneath it and swallow. You should feel that your Adam's apple raises and then goes back down naturally. I'm going to demonstrate that for you right now. All right, so place my finger and swallow. And you probably saw the muscles as they tensed, it went up and then it came back down. What you're going to do is using the muscles in your neck, not your finger is just there to make sure you're doing it right.
you're going to try to hold your Adam's apple up for as long as possible. I will try to demonstrate this, but it's gonna be a bit tricky because I haven't done this in a long time. All right, so here we go. Finger underneath the Adam's apple, and I don't know if that worked. But the point is, that's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna do it as often and as commonly as you can. I would do this when I was on my commute to work. I would do this when I was reading a text for class. Just whenever you have free time, swallow, hold your Adam's apple up, and then let it relax. As you do this, your larynx will strengthen, your range will increase, and then when you put on a voice, your hard and soft palate will slowly adapt to that, and that'll become natural for you. And as a reward, like I promised, the disgusting video of me speaking pre-transition. Again, I am so sorry. I hope you enjoy. Okay, you're good.
You made us put our whiskey in a bag, so we're doing the only thing that can be done. Oh god.
It looks so weird.
Stop!
Merch available at tiktokbunny.live/merch. Shop now.